Wow, what an amazing weekend of lacrosse we've had in Europe. So we had Michigan women playing in Paris, and the Belgian women's team went over to play them. We had the national champions, Notre Dame, playing in Berlin against the German national team and the Dutch national team and the Polish national team. You know, how often do you get the Division 1 champions come and play lacrosse in Europe? And here in the UK, we had the fly finals on Sunday. And the biggest thing for me, really, was that for the first time in 13 years, which just is mind-blowing, it's been that long. But the first time in 13 years, we've actually had an NCAA program playing the men's England team here in the UK. In recent years, there's been a lot of exhibition games played by England and an opposition abroad in Spain, in Italy, in Ireland. But this was actually the first time in 13 years we've actually had a team visit here. So Hofstra played against England on Saturday and Sunday. I went to watch both of those games. England won on the Saturday and Hofstra won in overtime on the Sunday. Two fantastic games. Hofstra gave a great clinic to youth players on the Sunday morning. Got to say, it wasn't incredibly well attended, that. And I think there was a missed opportunity there by a lot of youth players in the Manchester area. You know, if you're watching this, you should have been there. Because, at a young age, you should just be like a sponge, just absorbing anything that coaches give you. There's some great coaches there. One of the coaches there, Coach Tierney, he is involved with the US team this summer. It's not every day you get a chance to get coached by one of the USA coaches. Loads of the Hofstra coaching staff and, a huge number of players all helped out with that junior clinic. And, I was there watching that. It was great stuff. The kids got a lot from it. And, a huge pat on the back to the Hofstra guys, because at the end of the game against England on the Sunday, fantastic, because a lot of the kids went over to get some autographs after the game. And the guys were giving away some of the helmets, they were giving away gloves, they were giving away sticks. So again, if you didn't go, you missed out. Not only because, there was some great little coaching tips there, and it's just great to be, coached by, other people, especially, high level college athletes and coaches. But the chances are, if you were there, you got some cool Hofstra swag. And if you weren't there, you're sitting on the sofa, you should have probably, thought about that a bit harder and gone to watch some lacrosse. And again, I've got to say, from the lacrosse community here in the Manchester area, the attendance wasn't great for the games. Now, Saturday, I wouldn't say was particularly well attended. I'm not sure there was even 100 people there watching. I'd be surprised if there was more than kind of like 70 people there watching, in honesty, which is really, really low. The Sunday, there was a better attendance from spectators. I know. Was there 200 people there watching? Maybe. But I think you've got to get behind this, folks. If you're watching this, and you kind of in the Manchester area, you've missed out on a great opportunity to watch some high-level lacrosse, pitch side, which you don't get to do that often. We don't see the England team play that many scrimmage games here. So, most importantly, not the fact that, you missed out watching, but, we've got to get behind our national squads, and if something's going on and there's a game, and we want to support the game, you've got to get behind these things. And a couple of people, it's strange because both the Saturday and Sunday England versus Hofstra games were streamed. You can watch them here on YouTube. And, we're here, we support the Lacrosse Live UK site. You've probably seen our logo on the opening credits and some of the adverts during some of the live games. And a couple of people recently said to me, and this wasn't just from this weekend, the Hofstra game, but the the flags competition, which is kind of the main games here in the UK. If you're not familiar with what flags are, flags are like a knockout competition, and we make a big weekend of it, and it's all the flags finals from the various divisions. And we do that in the south of England, which is a one-day event, and we do it in the north of England, which is a two-day event. But both of those events, and then subsequently the Nick Keogh Trophy, which is hosted my own club in Wilmslow, there was a really, really low number of spectators. Now, a few people recently have said, oh, well, it's because the games are streamed and you can sit at home and watch them. Sorry, but I'm calling BS on that. People, if it wasn't streamed, how many more people would have been at Flags Weekend? What, maybe 30? Nick Keogh, 30? The games this weekend, if they weren't streamed, how many more people would have been at that? What, another 20, 30 on the Saturday? 20, 30 on the Sunday? That stream, to start off with, right? That stream, okay, and those live games, which are here on YouTube for all to see, okay? And I think you should go and watch them, because there's some great stuff there that's being streamed here from the UK and other countries that are streaming games as well. But recently here in the UK, Glenn at Lacrosse Live has done a great job. If you're not following Lacrosse Live UK, make sure you're following them, okay? Because there's some great lacrosse there to watch. But the fact that people aren't getting behind that and kind of saying that, oh, well, that's why they're not well attended because of the stream, that's rubbish, okay? Those streams and those live feeds, okay, and those games here on YouTube, they are reaching thousands and thousands of people. And guess what? Some of those people are not lacrosse players, okay? So it's a great way of us actually, putting our game out there to people who are not familiar with lacrosse, and that is fantastic because at the end of the day, how do we advertise ourselves? Lacrosse has been the best kept secret for too long. We've got to tell people about lacrosse. If we want people to play lacrosse, they've got to know about lacrosse. Well, having a platform where you're able to share video is engaging. That's why you're watching this now. It's engaging, okay? And, it's easily shared. Okay, we can market lacrosse by sharing this fantastic footage that's out there. Okay, with a marketing budget of next to nothing. This can be done on peanuts. Okay, so those people who have said recently, oh well, I don't think it should be streamed. Sorry, but that is ridiculous, and quite frankly, you're an idiot. Okay, streaming games, fantastic. And again, I know a few people who've said, oh, well, don't want you streaming our games, Oh, do you think college coaches in the States are worried about the fact that their games are being streamed and their games are filmed and they're on TV and they're on YouTube? Of course they're not. They're not, okay? Because they'll have an absolute arsenal of plays rather than just like 2 plays. They'll have an arsenal of plays. And besides, the best plays are on Broadway. Yeah, it's the execution of those plays. That's my own sort of coaching experience. Yeah, it's execution. Having plays is great, but you've got to execute. Anyway, those streams are so important for us, okay? And I think you've got to get behind those streams. You've got to share those streams, okay? You've got to share that footage, share video, okay? I said to a few people recently, in fact, I put it here on, where was it I put it? I think it was up on Facebook. I gave a link to, I think it was maybe the Flags Weekend, and with the live feed. And I said, if 1 in 10 people that actually saw the post was to share the post, think how many people that would reach. And there's lots of lacrosse players out there who will be watching this video who will have loads and loads of friends who, they'll know you play lacrosse, but they've never seen lacrosse. They don't know what it is. It's this funny game with these weird sticks and, they might know that you wear a helmet and gloves and it's full contact, but they've never watched you play, and then you start sharing video of lacrosse. Some of your non-lacrosse playing friends might just click that link and go, oh, I'll take a look at this and see what it's about. And guess what? Some of them are going to enjoy it. Yeah. Now, if we're lucky, some of them might actually pick up a stick. Yeah. And some of them might play lacrosse. And that's got to be a positive thing. It's got to be, you know? I think the other thing here is that by sharing footage of lacrosse and sharing video, yeah, you've got a greater chance of, you know, people you're approaching for sponsorship at some point seeing that video and going, oh, that's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, that is, you know, that's why we're sharing all this video.